Okay, so we are literally within the countdown of our anniversary. Um, so far, Twitter page is what teasing for Persona 3 collab, which we all know, and I think that's gonna be what next month, which was the roadmap they showed us. Within the next couple of weeks, we should be getting at least some sort of event of some kind. But while we just wait for the Persona 3 Go Lab, which is going to be Makoto, we're just really, I want to be able to revisit some characters that from start to finish all the way down. That includes the 4 stars. Now, when it comes to 4 stars, it's gonna be tough, like going through it. So it's gonna be fun for me, but going through some of these 4 stars, it's going to be very eerie because they are kind of capped due to their stats. Now, some 4 stars, as encouraged to date, like Luce, is pretty good in my opinion. It's very fun, nice. But some of these older ones is like Mont, Key, Soy. I think Soy's still fine. As a Guardian, I think he's still pretty good. Probably not him, but honestly, some characters is gonna be very, very complicated. Not complicated, but is very strict on what they are able to do. But we can just make the most of it. The first character I want to go and look into is Sepia. Actually, one of my favorite character designs when it comes to the personas itself. Look at this. Let's just look at that. So a little potion bottle and whatnot, little quills. Look at that. I like that. Oh, come on, who doesn't love that face? But other than that, I do really like the design of Sepia. I think he's one of my favorite ones as a Persona 5 original. But he's alright. For someone who started playing the game, he's actually very fun. It can go a long way. His kit is actually very universal. I want to say, I guess probably say universal. He's able to stack his own. He's able to stack his own damage. On top of that, he's able to heal, and then he's able to deal almighty damage, which is pretty cool for a assassin curse unit. Again, he's a okay unit, but he's very capped on his rarity of a 4-star versus a 5-star. So you can only go so far. This is what I have so far. As a build for him is pretty solid, but again, you can only go so far for some of these units who are 4 stars. But for now, I want to start off with Sepia. Oh my god, Sepia, and just roll down every unit as we continue the road of the anniversary. So I made teams, probably like couple 10-ish teams maybe. I'm just gonna be throwing characters who probably fit with him or alongside with him. Some of them is going to be a free-to-play-ish team, some of them is not, but I'm just having fun, just revisiting this character, and more to come. So, with that being said, I have, what is this, awareness and hindrance. I really didn't want put any. I really didn't want to pass any of the what are these called? Everlasting Essence. I thought it was just golden flowers. Probably the same thing. But I didn't want to invest into it because honestly, who's going to use Sepia around this time of day? But other than that, do I got anything else? Oh, 4-star. So weapon of choice, I was going to use his 5-star, but I've already exchanged it to another character. But honestly, his 4-star is pretty still good. It still increases all the typings of kits he's able to have, increased it by 3.8. It's terrible, but based on the number, but it's 3.8 based on the number of verses, which is his passive. So how this character is going to work, again, probably already said it. What we're gonna do is just use it on multiple teams to where it's either A, able to attack multiple people, B, able to do a multi-hit or extra turn like Joker, or just C, just literally just doing something. Some of these skills is best to use just primarily, like skill 1 is probably like the best one you would use for this character. skill 3 is basically trying to get his passive procced early and fast, which does 5 hits, he gains 5 passives. And then skill 2, it's healing again. How this character functions is pretty cool, but he's very just he's a 4-star, so he can only go so much. So let's find ways to use them and have fun. All right, so let's start to tackle the first enemy of the little boss rush for the review. This was recorded like a little bit like way after, like not forgotten, but there's a lot of stuff I had to do. So we are going against Chu. Honestly, don't really need to explain because it's pretty much his entire fight is based on crit rate and damage. Let's see. Yeah, gains his shield, increased damage, locking in 1 Phantom Thief to where he can use Gal. If his shield is broken, he loses heroic strength. Lock is cancelled. Okay, cool. So he has 2 phases if we get rid of his shield once he activates that phase, which is nice. Alright. Let's use this. Alright. Let's use our... I only have the twins as this set heal, just as a precaution, just in case if we're not able to do enough damage. Now I do have the passive skills. Where is it? Look at that. Look at that. I do have the passive skills. Normally I would skip every passive skill and just get anything that does HP, defense. I'll just keep it there. But anything that alters the attack of the user, I usually kind of refrain using. But I think for these sequence of fights, I think it's actually best to have it. Because normally 9 times out of 10, you're not going to keep using this character, only in specific scenarios that you put yourself into. I think that twins almost did. Jeez, alright, cool. Just the entire fight was already over. Twins. All right, you know what? How about we leave? Oh no. Okay, never mind. Let's go for the next fight. It's going to be Yamata. Now, how this fight is going to work is that he will change his attributes. I think that's called, or affinities. Excuse me, not attributes, affinities. Every time he I think he loses a HP bar. I think the total of it is 5. So the team I have is going to be Turbo this time, and then the twins as well, but they have the role of Guardian, just for the sole purpose of proccing shield for the team, because we're gonna need it. After we do get rid of the 5 bars of health he has, he then I think spawns 4 shadows at the very end. So for charms, mainly just single target. I did pick up some defense charms for this fight as well. Not too crazy, but I did pick up a very nice lost item, which is the mask on the very start of this run. On top of that, I got the tactical goggles. That's gonna help us for the 4 shadows, whoever spawns from in. Other than that, this run should be a little bit not too crazy, but it should be like just doable. Let's see, how can we start this? Let's use Turbo's highlight for now, and then we can use Andy's skill for me, and then we should probably proc the twin skill 1. Not proc, we should probably use it. Their passive is gonna... Actually, we're gonna hold the passive until we get to the very last phase to make this a lot more easier. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, look, we're gonna do that. Ooh. Let's do... Why not? Let's do Rebellion. Alright, Twins is going to proc. I don't think it's the heal, but it should be the shield. Yep. Alright, cool. Now we can do this. Should be skill 2. Yep. Alright, that's 1 HP down. Ooh, man, look at that damage. Alright, cool. Let's do skill 1. Ooh, 91,000. Ooh, 96,000. Nice, not bad. I really want to see how this looks like when we dump the passive when we're fully stacked. It should do some damage. Not too crazy, but it should do some damage. Alright. Let's pop skill 2, and then let's pop skill 3 right on top of it, and then we can probably use... Nah, let's do Revolution. I'm gonna do Revolution instead. Let's do this. And then Revolution. My lord. 3,000, 5,000, Jesus. That's a lot of damage, don't you think? You know what? Let's do it. Let's move on to the next bar. If possible, we should be able to move on to the next one. Yep. This is gonna be hard carried by the Twins, even if they're not meant to do damage. Okay. Let's do skill 3. Okay, once we get to these like the very end, I'm just gonna have the Twins just to defend themselves. Not defend themselves, just guard. Just not do anything. Let's... I want to see if I can dump the gauge and if it kills them. It should kill them, right? How much damage do we set? Hold on. How much? This is a 4-star, by the way. We're looking at 11,000, 11k, 83% crit rate, 317 crit multi. Okay, crit damage, I should say. All right. Might be able to. I have faith in you. All right, let's go 3. Ooh, look at that! Damn. We are never gonna see that, like an actual, probably like in a live event. We are not gonna see this. Damn. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was a lot of damage. But yeah, we are totally not gonna see that kind of damage in a live event. I already have a good feeling we're not gonna see that anytime soon. Only in Metro Desire. Only in this. Alright. 4 shadows. Alright. Now I'm just going to defend with the Twins. I'm just gonna guard. And with these guys, should I do skill? Probably should do skill. Ooh, skill 2. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at my charms. Do I have the I don't have the AoE. Nah, I don't do it, do I? No. That was probably the last run I had. Alright. Let's do this. So we can at least have a double turn. Excuse me, extra action, I should probably say. Let's do you. Since you're practically weak. Ooh! Okay, that actually surprised me. That actually surprised me. Oh my. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Not bad, CPR. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice. All right. We are never gonna see that kind of damage again. All right, off to the next one. All right. So for the next fight, we're going against Arahabaki. So this fight is going to be a little bit challenging. I really wish I brought the twins, but I don't have them. This boss records a certain affinity and stores it and makes it into a like resistance to where he is now strength. Well, it will change it to strength, I guess you can say. Like he'll take less damage from it. Eventually, if we do more like different actual like typings of infinities, then he will at least remove it, or he will make it to where it's neutral. So it's more likely a fight to where you have to use multiple attributes in order to, you know, defeat him. Partner, I think he does the same thing. He records it too. Let me see. Yeah, he does the same thing. All right. One of the rewards increases the takers taken, removed, and increases. All right, cool. So kind of the same thing. So we brought Cherish and Crow. Now the only reason why I brought Crow is for the Almighty typing, but on top of that, I want to be able to record the damage that Sepia does. Well, I mean honestly the entire party, but Wonder and Cherish is not going to do damage anyway. So it's going to be mainly Sepia damage scaling, and then we're just going to reciprocate with Crow's skill 3. Angie, still our Navi, haven't changed it. So let's see, what can I do here? Obviously skill 3, but the entire team. I think I might want to do skill 3 instead of skill 2 for Sepia instead. Just for the stacking of Almighty. No, is it skill 3 or is it skill 2 that does Almighty? Hold on, let me see. Actually, I can actually go to it. Let me do this. Alright, let me see this. Alright, this is probably like a very bad usage for Angie because she does need her little blessing stacks. For charms, this is what I have, mainly for the Navi stuff. I did pick up just one defense increase, and I also have this to where we increase damage of the last party member, mainly for Sepia and then Crow on top of that. We have Agony stacks, single target as well. Did we pick up anything that was? No, that was the last match. Alright, cool. And then for lost items, I did pick up the mask once more, which is extremely good early game. But I only got it to what, like the last section of the train. What else is actually pretty useful? I did get this. Probably not going to be very useful as much because if we do hit him, he's going to at least hopefully make it to where he's neutral instead of resistant to it. Seam is this guy. Yeah, hopefully. We're just gonna have to hope. Alright, so let's do this. Get some extra layer protection by using Cherish's ult. And then let's hold on to that. Let's do, I was gonna say Revolution. Yeah, let's do Revolution instead. But on Sepia. Let's see. Yeah, let's not. Let's do it. Skill 1. And then Sepia. Let's double check. Yeah, but yeah, Almighty. Let's do this. Let's do this guy. Ooh, 148,000. All right, so now he should be resistant, or she's still weak to it. Okay, no. Okay, so he's still weak to it. Oh wow, that's. Huh. All right. That actually might just work for us. Wait, let's do what we can by building just enough damage. Already? Nah. Let's do this. Now, again, I do not want to do like a full carry. Like some of the units I have is going to be like taking over, but I want to make sure that CP is at least doing enough damage. You know what I mean? Let's see. They're both still weak to it. Nice. All right, cool. So Crow is just gonna have to be on standby. Like, that's like the only thing I can think of. We can use Crow's skill 3 if necessary. Let's see this. Because honestly, I think this might kill. This entire setup might just kill. So we have double time. I don't think it's going to ruin the I don't think it's gonna ruin his passive CPS passive stacks. It shouldn't. Alright, let's do that. And then we can cast ult on the backup. Possibly could kill him. Possibly. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what kind of damage that was, so I gotta look back. What can we do? We'll get the passive stack, but I want to dump it onto him though. But we do gotta get rid of this guy. Well, we do have the extra action. So Picking 2 stacks from here. 3 stacks and then 5. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I didn't kill him. I'm so sad. Okay, we do have it. Oh, so it just resets. Well, that's bad. Oh, dang. So if we're using this extra turn for Angie, it's probably not ideal in some cases. Oh well. Let's dump it here. Ooh, that's nice damage. Nice. Okay. You know what? That's actually not bad. Nah, why not? What? Why not? Let's see how much. Let's see how much damage scale it was. Okay, it was mediocre. All right. Even though if it was 40%. All right, let's move on to the last two. Okay, so for some reason, last match did not record my voice at all. Mic, technical issues. However, we're doing the last fight, and I wanted to do something very goofy, which is trying out Sepia skill 2, which is an AoE, which is extremely almost non-existent. It's terrible in my opinion, but I wanted to have fun with it. This is the last one. This fight is mainly just shared damage, so using AoE is like the strong suit. So us doing this should at least have some sort of value, hopefully. All right, so before we do anything, let's look at that attack up. Look at that continuous attack up. Look at that. Hold on. So that, how many we got? Look at that. She just permanent. From the I think majority for the train stuff and the lost items we had. Not so far so good. All right, cool. So lost for charms, literally just sweeping, chaotic builds. That's it. Got some defense, and also for our Navi, it's going to be Phoebe. Lost items. Honestly, it's like the only two. Actually, these three is probably the only useful things I got. Each Phantom Thief with a different roll, damage increased by 10, so that's the 30%, I believe. No, with a different roll. Oh, never mind. No, we should be fine. We have a Saboteur, Strategist. Yeah, that's 40%. Okay, cool. And then we have the increase of 50% by HP and attack, and then we have the 10% and 20% from critical rate and critical damage. So that's gonna at least play through nicely. All right, let's look at Sepia. What you got? That's terrible. All right, why? This is just so bad for 4-star. Jesus, 7,000 versus 10,000. Oh my god. How do I have more than you? Alright, cool. Alright, but so far, 50%, that's not bad. And then 280 for crit damage. That's not bad. Wish that was on some of my characters. Alright, honestly, we still have the rocking the 4-star weapon, but actually not that bad, not too terrible. Alright, cool. So we're going to do this. Alright, just like Batman, we're going to do some prep timing. I want this man stacked. How long is it's up for 2. Take damage for 2 turns. Do we really? Honestly, I might just, let's do this. Sudden interference? Let's try it at least. Let's do this. Alright, so skill 2. Dealing increased damage to 36%. Oh my god, it's so terrible. Alright. Nice getting versus a 20% chance of inflicting healing. Yeah, this is basically a healing move. It's terrible. Alright, now when activating, restore ally with the lowest HP remaining. So he's like a versatile unit. It's cool, but he's really been hindered. He's really just a 4-star. We need this man to be a 5-star in the near future. We really, a lot of characters need to be a 5-star in this game. Just for the second awakening, I really look forward to it. All right, let's see. Skill 2. All right, with little prep time. My lord, that was terrible. All right, cool. All right, keep in mind that this is the hardest difficulty on the first string, so we shouldn't take that much damage. Okay, so far so good. All right, cool. We are going to do Lion Dance again. Why not? For the love of God, it feels like Yao Ling's about to do more damage to Sepia. Alright, we should have the 3 stacks. We're gonna give that to Sepia, and then we're also gonna prep more. Alright, we are going to do Frost, which is going to lower. What's this? Lower their attack, I think. What was the skill? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's use our highlight to increase the damage taken, and then let's do. Do we have no? Rebel. Let's do this. All right. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at, Sepia? Sepia, what are we looking at? Just 8,000. We only went up 1,000. All right, cool. 72 crit rate. So almost 73. All right, and 262% of crit damage. All right. Here we go again. Skill 2, the lowest. God, why is it the lowest? 36. It's terrible. All right. What are we doing? Lord have mercy, it's so bad. 1,000. Oh no. Why did I do 7,000? Hello. All right, cool. Oh, this is gonna be just terrible. She's doing more. She's doing consistent damage than him. Oh, that's a bad sign. Oh, I'm torturing myself. All right. He has to kill, right? You gotta kill us from Sepia. Sepia, come on, buddy. Come on. How about I do a damage increase the last turn before Sonic Interference leaves? All right, come on, buddy. What are we looking at right now? With the increase of attack, we're still 8,000. Why is it still 8,000? Why is it still 8,000? All right. Skill 2. Can we kill? Can we do it? Oh my god, we cannot. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. Okay, so just using skill 2 is extremely terrible. I understand he's an assassin, but still, I thought it would be funny. You know, on top of that, this being the first train of not being so complicated, I thought it was worth it. It's not worth it. Alright, Yali, can you kill him? Oh my god. You're almost dead. Cherish, can you kill him? Oh my god, that was just so terrible. That was just bad. I spent this entire time just seeing if he was actually just useful. Well, not just useful, it's just worth it. He's not worth it. Dear lord, he is not worth it. Okay, but other than that, he's one of the first cursed users you can get for free, honestly. Is either from the golden ticket or the tutorial. I think mainly the tutorial is mods, but I could be wrong. It could be different people. It could be someone else differently. But other than that, literally just Joker. Joker's literally like the only good curse unit right now. But CPO, his quirks of how he functions it's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. It's nice that he's able to not only increase his own attack with every hit of the entire team, scaling off of it. He's also able to do a almighty damage, which is also cool. And on top of that, he does healing to the lowest HP ally and restores it. That's pretty good versatility, but he's extremely hindered by him being a 4-star, and his stats is extremely just limited. It's just very poorly. But honestly, overall, a good comp character, but my lord, he needs to be a 5-star, or at least some sort of upgrade variant of him. We need him. We need a lot of these 4 stars. That is actually surprisingly, honestly good. Like Granny, she's good. She's even still good, even being a 4-star. You got her. Soy. I think majority of people knows that Soy already has the second awakening for his 5-star within this current palace update. Not that's current palace, but this current palace, he gets a second awakening. We need him to be a 5-star. She's already going to be a 5-star. I'm still waiting for him. I'm still waiting for my boy. I love this man, Tani. He needs a 5-star. He needs an upgrade. He needs a 5-star. On top of that, Leon, where is he? Where's my boy? He also needs a 5-star. Both of my boys need a 5-star. Other than that, I'm literally just going to do the best I can of going all the way up onto the current character we have. The format of this is probably just a short rundown. I probably will not be doing the same train Metro of Desire. I probably will not be doing that. Probably finding other ways to not showcase them, but revisit them. But it's a start. So honestly, I'm very happy that we've gone this far to where we are approaching to our first anniversary. Chinese, what was it? Yeah, Chinese already has what, their P5 dancing collab? Not collab. Well, Feces. I think it's called Feces or collab, or it's basically Dancing with Starlight. I really need Global to start pushing stuff quicker because I can't. Like, I don't want to stall. It's becoming dry, if that makes sense. There's no event right now that lets players to mess with, fiddle with, just to kill time. There's literally nothing. So we're literally dry right now until what the celebration quote of big events comes in before our anniversary, which should be around what, this next week, I think. Let me see. It should be next week, is it? No, that's not it. I usually tell by the shops. Yeah, literally within around 6 to 5 days. So we'll know about something dropping around like 5 to 6 days, but who knows? Yeah. So who I can look at too? Ooh, I have a great idea. Who I should revisit next.